Hey guys, this is Ryan with E5 Sigma, and today we're going to do a little bit more with UniFi Talk. Thank you guys so much for watching the video that we made yesterday, and I appreciate the comments and the questions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave some more comments for some other projects you might want us to show you here. Today we're going to look at hooking up UniFi Talk with Telnyx. And this is kind of expanding on the video that we did previously, which is using UniFi Talk with a third-party SIP provider. In this video, we're going to show you how to use a specific provider, and that would be Telnex. So the first thing that you need, of course, is an account with Telnex, and you want to log into your control panel there. You will need a phone number. I've reserved a temporary number here that we're going to use for this project, local to our calling area. And this is what we'll use for the inbound and outbound calling that we're going to test after we get everything set up. Next step is we're going to go to SIP connections, and we're going to add a SIP connection. Now for this video, I'm going to show you how to do this all with registration. And then I'll make another video where I show you guys how to do it with IP-based authentication. So we're just going to name this connection E5 Sigma and hit Create SIP Connection. And we're going to use credentials for this. Telnyx will generate the credentials that we're going to use here. So we'll just, for now, hit Save and Finish Editing. We've got to do a couple other little things real quick here. Let's hit Inbound Options and expand Expert Settings. Let's drag G711 ULaw up above G722. And then we can go to Outbound. And under Outbound Voice Profile, just select the default SIP profile. That's good enough for at least the demonstration we want to do today, and hit Save All Changes. The next thing that we want to do is go back to the number that we have here, and we want to set the connection to this E5 Sigma connection that we just created. We'll go back to SIP connections because we'll need the credentials that are here. Now we'll switch back to our UDM Pro, and we'll go to UniFi Talk, and then to Settings, and then to Advanced Settings. Now here, since we're using registration, we do not need to enable static signaling. We will enable that for the supplemental video that we're going to do where we show you how to do IP-based authentication. So let's add this SIP provider connection for Telnyx. We'll name it Telnyx. And let's start adding in the fields that we're going to need. We will need realm, register, username, password, retry _ seconds, and expire - seconds. Now we can go through here and we can fill out the credentials and the information that we need to connect to Telnyx. So for realm, it will be sip.telnyx.com. Register would be true. For username, we're going to grab this information here from our Telnyx control panel. And we'll also need the password. Let's put that in there. Retry seconds would be 30. Looks like we lost expire seconds, so let's add that back in. Expire - seconds. Add it. Done. And that would be set to 60. For select countries, we will just do United States. Save that. And for the phone numbers, we want to put this in an E164 format, and we'll just grab this from our Telnyx control panel here. We'll copy it and paste it in, hit enter. And now we need to whitelist the Telnyx IP addresses. They have a support article here that tells you exactly what their signaling and media IP addresses and networks are. So we're just going to add these in one at a time. So we'll add in the primary, and that's a single IP, so it gets a /32. Then we'll add in the secondary signaling address, also a single IP. And then at the bottom here, we've got their media subnets, and this will be for RTP and such. So we'll add this in as a range, just matching what's in their support article here. And this is the second one, /25, and then their last media subnet here. Add that in, 25. Add, all right, let's save this provider. Now, while we're waiting for UniFi Talk to restart and such, we will go to numbers, and we'll see this number that we added in here. I'm going to assign this to the UVP phone that I have on my desk. So we'll confirm that. And now let's just bring up the PuTTY window that we've got open here, where we're actually in FreeSwitch inside of the UDM. It just restarted, so let's go back into it. Check our registrations. It looks like it has not yet registered with Telnex. Sometimes this takes a couple of seconds for it to come up. We'll look for some debug output here in the FreeSwitch logs that tells us that it's connected. And while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to double check and just make sure everything is set correctly with our SIP profile. Our SIP connection. We've got ULAW. We've got default SIP profile. All right, everything looks to be in order here. And let's see what we've got. We're still showing only 2 registrations. And there you go. This is the entry that we're looking for here. Okay, so UniFi Talk just successfully registered with Telnex. So that means now we should be able to call this phone number that we have assigned. I'm going to call this from my cell phone. And you can hear it ringing in the background. So that's inbound calling. And then we can just use the inverse here on the UVP. I'm just going to click on the last entry in history. And there you go. There's the outbound call ringing out to my cell phone. So that's it. Pretty simple, nothing too complicated. That is how you take UniFi Talk and connect it to Telnyx as a third-party SIP provider using registration. Again, we'll probably make another video here where we use IP-based authentication. In the tests that I've done with Telnyx, actually everything seems to work pretty well with registration. Telnyx is a great provider. We use them for a lot of different things, so we probably won't have any issues there, but we also want to show you how to do it via IP-based auth as well. Please, again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, drop us any questions or comments you might have. If you have any requests for any other specific providers you'd like to see us connect UniFi Talk with and show you how to get that up and running, just let us know, and we'll be happy to do that. All right, guys, have a great one.